Thank you very much for having me. This is too fucking short. Oh, it's got a fucking. Oh, wow.
You're just too fucking tall.
Fun size. Okay?
That's not wrong. Any size is fun size if you try hard enough.
Hey! Talking about sex!
It's that kind of night. Somebody give me one of those Greek lamb taco things. We're gonna be a while. This is Olympus. That's why you're down there. Mortals. We're here because apparently some of the other gods don't like a drunk on the mountain. Cough, cough, Poseidon. Cough, cough. They act like I'm the run of the litter because I'm half human. Like Dionysus, all you're good for is grapes. Or Dionysus, nobody cares about the god of wine. Or Dionysus, stop peeing on Hermes. Fuck Hermes! They said don't shoot the messenger. They said nothing about urination. So now we're here, and I gave my defense. I told them I was great and mighty and had followers passed out in bathrooms around the globe. I told them of all my great ventures, like the time I granted Midas his special touch. Is it my fault he tried to masturbate? No! I told them I could raise the dead. But you do one Thriller parody and they're like, you're abusing your powers. Stop moonwalking. I told them feat after feat, and all they did was tear me down. And every time I was ruined, I drank. And every time I was destroyed, I drank. And every piece of my heart they threw back at me was the garnish for another medicinal cocktail, because only this chaser helps me devour myself. So now I'm drunk again, and I go to the steps, and there's this lady with a microphone, and I'm going to tell her everything. And she says, who are you? Who am I? Who am I? No one ever knows. No one ever cares. They call me lesser. Like, I don't know, I'm made of vices, but oh, I am no fool. I am awake. I don't sit on this mountain and pretend my reach doesn't stretch to the earth below. I watch as religious ecstasy becomes ritual madness, two sides of a coin that has my face on both. As theater becomes deception, art cruelty, I will not play. So dumb, I watch as red wine fills their bellies, douses goodness, floods intention, drowns all the good things that used to sit in the cracks between the brain matter. I tried to make good, and it has caused so much bad. A lesser Olympian. Watch as I pile a higher body count than Ares, as my red oceans conquer more than Poseidon's ever could. In the right light, spilled wine looks just like blood on your hands. I am not a drunk. I'm just saving the world from myself, one goblet at a time. What a wholesome poem to drink a beer after. I have a long tradition of people saying weird shit to me after poems. And I did that poem in Spokane, where I'm from. The person knew me. And they came up to me. I was drinking a beer after the poem, and they came up to me and they were like, do you want me to take that from you? What? No! Like, first of all, this is delicious. Second of all, this is a $9 beer. I can't afford to be sober. That's like, give me like 10 more minutes. I got to Houston today, and I haven't even been here like a whole 24 hours, and I already fucking love it, by the way. Woo! Sick here. I saw free art. I fucking got crawfish etouffee. Yeah, crawfish. That's the most southern response to fucking crawfish there's ever been. And I don't speak French, but etouffee means fuck. 4 times in my life, I have been told the phrase, I like you. And I wish I could like you like that. I just don't find you sexually attractive. So there's that. And I thought about this, as any man would, and I realized I have not been doing enough. Sexy poses. I've been wandering around like a drunk fire truck, waving my arms and making huge gestures when I should have been doing this. Or maybe this, or if I'm feeling bold, that. I have clearly been doing things in an unsexy manner for years. I've been speaking English, which we all know is clumsy and not at all arousing. I should have been speaking Latin languages of lungs like quiero tus manos y tu beso y tu corazón, quiero tu, am I sexy yet? I needed booze. I am a smooth motherfucker when I am drunk. At least that's what I see my toes and genitals with no effort, so I never thought of myself as... When the things you trust to support you keep breaking, like benches, chairs, couches, your heart, something must be wrong. But I've also been severely misled. You see, I have these handles. And my whole life, everyone's been telling me these handles are for love. I have built-in safety features. When things get wild, just grab on and enjoy the ride. That could be a metaphor for a relationship. Or a penis joke. Pick your poison. And I have moves. Barely noticeable, but still ever-present moves. And then that's one hell of a misnomer, because something that's a flaw should not have such a cute title. And the point of this is that everybody loves the booby grab. And the point of this is that I get it. I'm fat. Not obese and not weak, but a little chubby. And I can't change that. I mean, I can change that. I'd like to, I'm working on changing that. But I cannot wake up tomorrow with a six-pack and the ability to make you think I'm sexy, so for now, I won't. I will continue to hope that making people laugh is attractive, that smiling at a stranger is welcoming, that the way I love, full of mirth and kindness, that people see that and want to return it. I hope my heart is always as fat, or preferably fatter, than I will ever be. I hope my love weighs enough to break couches. I hope that in any language people respect me for who I am, and I hope one day someone sees all of that and says, damn, that is sexually attractive, and then I'll do this. And we'll call our love fat. Houston, it's story time. So I did that poem. I don't want to say what city it was in because it wasn't my city. In the Northwest, the greater Pacific Northwest. And a lady came up to me afterwards and was like, "You're not fat," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." I was like, I've lost some weight since I wrote it, thank you. And she cuts me off, and she goes, "No, you're not fat enough to write that poem." And I was like, "Oh!" You should start with that. You don't. It's misleading. And I swear to God, I was this close to just like pulling up my shirt and being like, "Witness me!" Like, jiggle for 7 seconds. Don't lie to me. But it was a nice theater, and I want to come back, so I didn't do that. I did say thank you with the biggest question mark that's ever existed. Some fucker in this region laughs like a snake. That's the funniest shit I ever heard. Y'all cracking up.
Why are you laughing like that?
Did somebody just say, "Why you laugh like that?" It's nature. One does not simply walk into Mordor. He flies there on eagles. That's right, folks. From the same people who brought you the ShamWow, Six Flags, and airplanes comes Mordor, a trip to paradise. TM. I know what you're thinking. Mordor? The dark mountain of doom and destruction where Sauron ruled and the One Ring was destroyed? And you're not. This is the very same mountain of fire and sorrow, but now it's a water park! The basalt rock chutes that formerly carried the blood of his enemies makes an amazing lazy river. Listen to the sound of a troll singing the song of his people as you float past decapitated heads and sip on one of our Middle-earth famous Mai Tais. Tired of swimming? Lounge around in one of our patented dungeon rooms. They may look like dungeons, and that's because they were! But don't worry, the only thing trapped here is the party. And we're very concerned here at Mordor Trip to Paradise TM about safety. That's why we have dozens of elven guards watching you wherever you turn. You'll literally never be alone. Yeah. Have a question? Is something not working correctly? Please speak immediately with one of our thousands of orc slate repairmen. They'll help you in a jiffy. Or else. Enjoying Mordor Trip to Paradise TM? Please feel free to check out any one of our other dozens of attractions. If there's a historical tragedy, we've done our best to glitter over it. Take a trip to Standing Rock, where you can stand with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and take pictures. Try Darfur, a paintball excursion. Traipse through the jungle and try to, oh no, you were hit. Wait for the next round. And if you'd like a parents' night alone, feel free to leave your kids at our daycare. Guantanamo! Have an idea for a park? Please drop a suggestion in any one of the comment boxes located around the attraction. We will monetize your tragedy and pretend like you have nothing to feel guilty about. Because we know how sensitive you are. We know everything that's not hashtag YOLO needs to be covered, censored, painted, and primed in a thick coat of gentrification. So we do it for you. Because we remember what it's like to feel pain and sadness. To know that there are things in the world that make you feel godless and without hope. To know that there are events and people that make it feel like the devil's hand is crawling up your back and grabbing at your neck till he's whispering, give up. It's pointless. You've been afraid of hell. You've been living it. Give up. We remember those days. And we hated them! So give us your Visa, MasterCard, American Express, because if money can't fill that hole inside of you, nothing will! And come on down to Mordor, a trip to paradise. TM, where the only emptiness you'll feel is your bottom of your complimentary glass of champagne. And remember, no sadness allowed. Ever!
I'm not going so far. Make some noise, make some noise. It's the awkward part of the set where I interrupt Jack and I talk about his merch. Jack, do you have merchandise for you?
Yeah!
Tell us about your merchandise.
Oh, was I supposed to say more than that? All right.
Yeah.
I got shit for like $0. I got shit for like $1, $5, $10, 20, 40. So if you have no money, please come find me, talk to me. I have shit for you. If you have all the money, please come find me, talk to me. I have shit for you.
Okay, so again, if you do not have any money, please come kick it with Jack. He's gonna be here afterward, correct? Correct?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pass around this tip jar, so whether or not you're gonna purchase merchandise, we want Jack to be able to get all the way back to Spokane and come back to right about now. So we like the money that jingles, but we prefer the kind that folds, okay? So I'm gonna pass this around, and I'm gonna let Jack get back to his feature. Give it up for your feature.
Like, I know it's for me and this might sound greedy, but that was weak. Like, can we just get another, yeah? Yeah! That's so much better, thank you. So I don't usually do this poem of features, but I'm really feeling it tonight. Y'all like drinking? Yeah!
like beer.
Yeah!
Oh, boys, this is a poem for you. I love beer. Oh, my beer sees no creed or color. Even if it says Keystone on the label, it's what's on the inside that counts. And on the inside is beer. You see, I'm gonna start a new religion. The Rolling Rock Revival. Yeah! The Chorus Communion. Yeah, can I get a Busch Light baptism? You may not know it, but my church has been around since the Mesopotamians. In my church, we don't pray to our gods, we drunk text them. Our parishioners flirt with demons and angels alike, usually ending up with neither because we puked on their dress. But my church does not smite the pukers. We smite the judgers and reward those who hold us back the hair. Instead of wafers, we eat nachos. Instead of wine, we drink, you know. In my church, our worth is proven on the holiest of grounds, the pong table. Every cup sank is a hallelujah, and we save our redemptions for the last shot. We don't say our Hail Marys, we throw them. And we write stories about the mythical legends who have come before us. In the Booze Bible, it reads, Enmo, needing to lead his homies out of Egypt, pub and grill, threw the last ball at the 2 remaining cups, and while they flew, he raised his arms and split the pieces and sank them accordingly, and his followers rejoiced, for now they could go pee without missing a turn. My church isn't about Sunday service and constant faith. We don't make you confess, you do it on your own, because you're drunk. My church won't knock on your door with a pamphlet or a flyer. We will walk in with a 30 rack and a deck of cards. And I've yet to meet someone who will share his or her chance at salvation, but come on down to my church this weekend. I'll show you a few good souls who will throw a beer your way when you're drunk and bring up when you're hungover. Name a culture that doesn't have beer, and I will show you Sapporo, or Longboard, or Dos Equis, or Stella Artois. See, my church is global, and we accept everybody who accepts everybody. My church doesn't know if there's other life forms out in the universe, but we know what we'll do if we find out there are. We will prove there is something wholesome and wonderful to be shared with all that ever was. And there is. So please, come in for one of our daily masses, and if you can't find a church in your area, don't worry. We sell our holiness in cans and bottles at all your locally restaurants and grocery suppliers. And now, please bow your heads as I leave you with a prayer. Thank you, beer. I fucking bowed your head. Thank you, beer, for being the most multi-purpose liquid. We thank you for football Sundays being even more enjoyable. For drinking games and shotguns, we thank you for regrettable decisions about what the real expiration of that cheese dip was. And thank you for rugby songs about the real or the ability to think we can dance. We thank you for friends and family and all the new ones that will come from sharing a pack of you. And most of all, we thank you for always being there through the thick and the thin, through the stouts and the pale ales. Thank you, beer. Amen. And cheers.
Amen.
My word's too dope. Mike can't handle. Oh, that's fucking loud now. Shit. Yo, I got the opposite of cottonmouth. You ever had that? You start fucking salivating for no reason? It's that fucking taco truck. It is good though. Oh, oppa! Now that was dope because I've done that poem before, and never once has somebody bowed their heads. Almost everyone in the front row was like, "Yes, beer." Thank you, That's fucking awesome. That was dope. It was super fucking. I'm from fucking Chicago and Seattle, and like, I'm very white, and like, I'm good with the cold, but I'm not great with the hot. Became a writer. One is named Jerry, and the other Kathy, and they have raised me since I was 3 days old. My real parents, what do you mean? Do you mean holding cell? Do you mean 9-month Jello hot tub? Do you mean the weird tank of fluid they put Luke in Star Wars when he's attacked by the Yeti, but lo and behold, the Force to the rescue, because of course there's a glowing phallic wavy stick in this metaphor. Is that what you mean? Do you mean injection? Do you mean ejection? Do you mean ejaculation? Do you mean the toothpaste when you squeeze too hard and miss the toothbrush and it gets on the sink bowl and you're just trying to rub it towards the drain, but it's toothpaste, so it just fucking smears, and now there's a Smurf crime scene in your bathroom and you've been caught blue-fingered? Is that what you mean? Yes. Two strangers fucked, and I popped out the other side of the equation like the value of X. I mean, the birds and the bees. I mean, mush mush. I mean, sometimes when a chord is played on a piano with two neighboring notes, it can still be beautiful. It doesn't mean that chord can't be played with other hands. I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But animals eat apples and walk far away and take a shit, and now the apple is growing a great distance from the original fucking tree, like adoption. I mean, I saw a stray cat and I brought him in my home. I mean, they look so much like home. I mean, the park pavilion that protects an abandoned sack lunch. I mean, raised me, chose me. I'm not just an obligation. I mean, they look like mom and dad. They look safe. They look real. I mean, fuck real. I love them. Real enough. I did that poem for my parents. It was the first time I'd ever done it. My real parents, or the fuck you want to call it, my adopted parents, who I spent my whole life with. And I was like, after the slam, I was like all teary-eyed. I was like, how'd you guys like it? And my mom was like, well, we saw the twist coming. Fuck you guys. There's a reason I'm sassy. They raised me. I've only got a couple more poems for you guys. I do thank you guys so much for coming out. I do have to, my next paid gig is in Flagstaff, Arizona. And then after that, New Mexico, because when I planned this, I had no idea how geography worked. And then I gotta go up the entire California coast and make it home to Seattle for Christmas, or my parents will disown me. So if you do have any way to help out, I have hella shit. You just wanna come, my suitcase lights up. You just wanna come talk about it and say hi. I appreciate that. And a couple more poems for you guys. I want to say regret, as if the T could ever be sharpened enough to be a fang in the maw of this moment. I want to say sweet and sour, as if this moment is something to be devoured by, swallowed whole. I want to say quicksand, and pretend I had a choice about sinking deeper in all the warm, comforting, deadly of you. There is so much smiling to this pain. I want to say love, like you haven't Jengaed my heart to pieces. I want to say hate, like you don't cause smiling teeth to clench over spiteful tongue. Restraint feels so pleasant, amnesia comes grinning. I want to make a shelter of this hug, and burn that shelter to the ground, take up all the ashes, make a statue of them, and put it in my front yard, so every day I am reminded of all the beauty your soot could become. When you ask me if I love you, for all you have been, or if I hate you, for all you did after, I wrap you up in tinfoil, place you in the back of my sock drawer, write a note that says, do not open, and call you bittersweet. Woo! I'm not gonna name names. There was like one person in the back who was like, when am I gonna laugh? When am I gonna laugh? And it didn't come. I'm sorry. A small amount of my shit is not funny. Yeah, so I'm gonna do one more poem for you guys. Again, thank you so much. I got shit at like all price points. I accept cash, I accept card, I don't even know how Bitcoins work, but give it to me. I'll take it. I'll take tacos, what do you want to give me?
What kind of beer do you drink, Jack?
I'll accept beer, but I also have to drive to where I'm staying tonight and then also to Dallas at 6 in the morning. So like, I'll accept like 4 beers. That made me sound like an alcoholic or like a drunk driver. 2 beers? 3? How many beers is the acceptable? Goddamn, I'm about to do a serious poem. People gotta stop laughing. 4 beers, fuck it, yeah. I can wait. Thank you again, and please come find me afterwards. Y'all gonna stop fucking laughing. It's your fault, Chris.
Sorry.
Is the sound of a needle pushing into my spine. To this day, I don't have words to describe that feeling when a stranger and an illness know parts of your body more intimately than you do, and isn't that what really hurts? Invasion. Pain is a mine. To this day, I don't have words to describe that feeling when someone you love loses any idea of who you ever were, and isn't that what really hurts? Abandonment. Love. Is a mute demon. An assortment of deals at crossroads you never should have made, a bounty of passion and embers that will burn just bright enough that you know exactly what you're losing when there's no more warmth, just a cold look, an empty and love never announces its exit, it forces its addicts to do that. Love has never begged, wept, cried. I have. The day the bank forced us from our home, the empty walls kept yelling. The quiet echoed off of everything. Every footstep was intrusion. Every breath rattled trespass. And isn't that what really hurts? Exile. Loneliness is a dandelion. A myriad of hope and wishes slowly blown away from you. A soft mud earth holding you down, sometimes, all the time. The dandelion is at my funeral. Do not have a moment of silence. Yell, shout, fall in love. Do something loud, because if the hell I don't believe in exists, it is quiet there. There is no fire. Fire roars. There is ash. There are no rivers. Rivers rush. There is canyon. And the devil is a man with a stitched mouth and a gag made just for you. But if enough noise reverberates through the earth and shakes Lucifer's throne, he will start to worry, and maybe he will make a startled hum, the loudest sound to ever come from the underworld. I need to know.
Poem on the spot from 3 random words that the audience is going to give us. So I'm going to have the audience shout out every single word that comes to mind. We're going to grab 3 of those, and then every poet on the stage is going to have to come up with a poem on the spot. Okay, so do I have any poets that want to join me? Okay, I got one. I'm gonna be one. Come on to the stage. Come up to the stage. People take poetry so seriously, like you gotta write this shit down. No, I'm about to freestyle ad-lib these fucking poems on the spot. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and yes. Okay. Over, quick. You're gonna take last time. I want you to take the middle. Take the right side, okay? So on the count of 3, okay, while you're buying merch, while you're supporting the feature, I want you to yell out every random word you can think of. I need y'all to grab one. Just grab one. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, Omer, what do we got? We got Hennessy, okay? Ass, Hennessy, ass, and Christmas. Hennessy, ass, and Christmas, okay? So all of us have to come up with a poem on the spot using those 3 words: Hennessy, ass, and Christmas. Okay, who's first? Because it ain't me.
Asshole was the first thing I called you and the last thing you heard me say. I don't really remember what you looked like when I called you an asshole. You touched my ass way too much. Remember that?